show you bits and pieces of the Nittany and Bald Eagle while I am looking for the Nittany and Bald Eagle. I heard there was some chatter on the scanner, my handheld scanner, with the river line, but I couldn't hear the crew, but I think they're on their way to Tyrone. But I am going to show you bits and pieces from alongside the Nittany and Bald Eagle that was featured in the movie Unstoppable, Hollywood's take on the CSX runaway train. Love it or hate it, that movie was interesting. But give you a little bit of a history that I know of about this line. It was originally the Bald Eagle Valley Railroad, I believe. Of course, runs through the Bald Eagle Valley between two mountain lines, between Tyrone and Lock Haven. I don't know for sure the information on the Bellefonte branch, but it was Bald Eagle Valley, I believe. Then the Pennsy, of course, Penn Central, Conrail, and then they sold it to Nittany, or North Shore family, Nittany Bald Eagle, I believe. NS kind of oversees the operations, you know, pretty much for the trains, but it's a Sedicog that owns the line, actually. And North Shore just operates the trains on the tracks, you know, maintains and all that with help Sedicog. And, yeah, so pretty much it's interesting because at the Tyrone end, you'll hear Pittsburgh line's dispatcher at, I think, Allegheny. And at the Lock Haven end, you will hear Riverline, which it used to be Southern Tier, but they reconfigured the dispatchers because it's really weird when I'm on the Southern Tier to hear Riverline. I'm like, what? Let's see. So pretty much any scene in the movie, the flyovers and all that, when you see the road being really close to the tracks, that's the Nittany and Bald Eagle. And this house up here on the left, the only house in this section, that house was filmed in the movie, like really quick scene in the beginning when they realize the train is unmanned. Come on, there we go, focus, there we go. So yeah, it's not quite yellow, but I think it was a little bit more yellow in the movie. The shot they would show in the movie is coming from the opposite direction, heading north. So this is, I believe, North Bald Eagle Valley Road. I know there's a north and south, but I don't know where the dividing line is. It might be Port Matilda, which is up here. There's a few milepost signs still around. There's even, I'll have to find it. It's closer to, it's past Port Matilda, I believe, but it's green with white lettering, so it's got to be a Penn Central one, which is really cool because I don't think I've ever seen photos of a Penn Central mile marker. Coming up on the old glider airport. So in the movie, they used 3 railroads, Nittany and Bald Eagle, Western New York and Pennsylvania, which is the site for the main part I recognize of that is Emporium, where they derailed the little road units, I call them, the SDs or GP, I can't remember which ones. And then they have the big Beast 777 and its sister behind it. If you actually watch the behind the scenes, they did that in two days. One day was the little road units, and then the next day was the big one. I was like, I wonder how they did that. I wish I was there for that. And then the Wheeling, Lake Erie, I want to say is the other one. I know it's out toward the other side of Pittsburgh and then Ohio. 23 miles to Tyrone. White and black sign with a cast iron sign. This curve was featured in the movie with the flyovers. They couldn't have gotten too much farther ahead of me. There's a lot of spots if you're wanting to get a train. I haven't seen an NS train through here in a long time. I think a 534 was the last time, and that was, quite a few years ago. I got it between Tyrone and Milesburg back there. There's a lot of good spots to get a train down here. I just never seem to get Nittany. Should be coming up on Julian now. Yep, Julian. I don't think Nittany really talks, except when they're talking to dispatcher or they're working wherever they have to work, like First Quality and Avery Denison area, and down where's the more farther? Down toward Blockhaven or even Belfont. They're just like corpsmen. They don't really say much. This is another curve that was featured in the movie. I'm a couple miles south of Julian. I noticed back there was a concrete square foundation. So I wonder what that was. I'll have to find out. I think that Penn Central milepost should be coming up because 23 was back there a ways. I'll have to remember where it was so I can get it on the way back. There it is, milepost 19. Looks like a Penn Central one. We're coming up on what would be Martha's Furnace, a tiny little village just north of Port Matilda. I have a video, I believe, on my YouTube about the furnace that you can see it better when you're heading south, like how I am. It's gonna be up here on my right, but I don't, not actually like pointing to it without moving the phone. But it was quite interesting. You guys have to check it out. It's passed this thing 1,000 times, but never stopped till recently. But yeah, you'll have to check it out. It's a lot of cool information on the historical marker they got for it. Unfortunately, it's not in good shape. Yeah, the furnace should be coming up just past that brown house in the back, I think. Yeah, because it's by them pine trees up there. Lots of good open space to get Nittany right here. Where are you at, Nittany? Yep, okay, so up here pretty much, right where the trees are again, the two pine trees right there to the right, just in the background is that furnace. Boy, she don't look good. So I literally just passed Smith Transport Warehouse, well, Heartland Express, wherever it is, because Heartland bought them. And I hear Nittany talking. So I had to turn around just as I was getting past the crossing. I believe they are in town. Sweet. But I wanted to show you guys anyways. I was going to do it on the way back, but I'm doing it now. Right at the crossing here, if you actually Google map this, to the north of this crossing, or actually right here at the crossing, there is a, what would have been the Pensy branch, I don't know what railroad it originally was, up to Phillipsburg way. The Walter Main Circus train wreck happened on that line. There's a marker for that out by the Sportsman's Club. It's right, the intersection just past Smith Transport. You go heading north. It's, I don't know how to say it, Van Sequoia. I never knew how to say it, but about not even a half a mile up the road, I'd say. Maybe about a half mile up on the left. There's a marker because you're right next to the where the tracks would be and all that. But yeah, so that we just went through Val. That's where that line split to go up the mountain toward Phillipsburg. Oh, and I forgot to mention, since I've been driving, I'll turn this down a little bit. The Nittany and Bald Eagle is one line that was featured in a very, very good book. I need to finish it. I've been trying to finish that for months. I've had it for over a year and I can't even finish it. But the book Set Up Running by John Orr. I'm friends with his son because John's passed away. But it's about Oscar Orr, which would be my friend John's grandfather. It's basically very detailed about his life on the his grandfather's life. So Oscar OP on the railroad, but it mentions quite a bit about the Nittany and Bald Eagle line, and it does. He's gone up to towards Southport once on the Elmira branch, my hometown branch. Going out the Likens branch toward Williamstown, running down to Enola, I think, and the line between Lewisburg and Lamont. I'm trying to think. He has go. No, I think Oscar went to Altoona at least once or twice. Yeah, it's really, really good book. But yeah, the Nittany and Bald Eagle line is featured in that book. I highly recommend it. It's been out for quite a few years, and I finally got it, and now I need to finish it, and I really want... It's really, really good. Just trust me on that one. So I'm on the backside of Tyrone, and we are going toward where they did the derail scene, where the big B777 and its sister tried to... They tried to derail it, but obviously that didn't work, because if you've seen the movie, yeah, that was funny. But they did it in Tyrone. It's a weird stop sign. Because of kitties, probably. The little kitties. Let's see here. I gotta get that Baron fixed. That's driving me nuts. But pretty much, I'm gonna see if I can do it without the sun in my eyes. This scene, you know, that scene was done right here. I hate these roads. Can't really see it, but the paper mill's to the left, and they did it all along in this spot with the cop cars along it and the derails. And I love to have seen them do as fast as they did in the movie by the sheets, because yeah, that must have been interesting to see. Oh yeah, the sun's right in my face. Let's see here. There's the paper mill. I believe it's still the paper mill, but it closed up for a few years and then they reopened it. Maybe they're down at the Pittsburgh line. Next stop, down at the Tyrone station.
This is the MBR 8 crew here. I forgot to get yard limits parked to gray from this morning. Could I get those yard limits from you then?
He's getting yard limits, so I don't think he's...
What was that time he kind of broke up over there?
Gray is at the other end of Tyrone yard. I wasn't planning on recording, but I heard them talking.
Yes, ma'am. I got yard limits parked to gray at 10:55. 10:55 in the AM, over.
So, yeah.
MBR 8 out, thank you.
Here we go. The streets I just saw, you saw in the background, that is the crossing. They did the train going through town. Go down. Yeah, I'm gonna go down probably if I can. One more crossing. But street running through Tyrone. It's different than street running in Lewistown and Clearfield. This is Washington Ave. They raised the bridge so trucks can actually fit underneath, because before you had to go up and around by the hospital. I think there's a hospital up here. So I wish I could have seen them do that, because that would have been so cool. I heard them blowing their horn. I beat them here, but I guess no, I thought I was behind them, but I beat them. There we are. So I'm wondering if they were between the paper mill and the Vale crossing when I came into town, because there's a spot you can't really see the tracks from the road I was on. So I'm on the old Y bridge, obviously. They just redid this not even, I'd say 2 years ago. But, let's set the camera down. So, obviously you can tell it goes to the Bald Eagle Bridge here. And it would have went this way to go toward Lewistown and Huntington. The Conrail and the Pensy caboose are sitting on there. They just repainted them recently, and they tore down I think 1 or 2 pine trees. Yeah. And they did a very nice job. They painted this pretty good. There used to be a lot of brush, but they did a very nice job with this bridge. Oh boy, I had to run because I parked at the crossing. I had to run to get them. Whew. And I think a friend of mine told me that building there was the trolley powerhouse, because there was a trolley line between here and Altoona. Now they're gonna head over to do their work over at the Tyrone yard. There's the Fred. I unfortunately missed my shot for them coming. I'm double tasking right now, video and pictures. think they're going to work the paper mill next, if I'm correct. We'll see. I'm going to try to get them there. If not, I'll chase them back to Milesburg. Nobody's coming. I'm just going to get up here. And you can see the elevation, the grade for them. Lights are, that's where the valve line goes, right over here. That's the line to Phillipsburg. And the chase is on. Yep, so right in this crossing going that way is where the line to Phillipsburg is. They're doing about 50. What? Yeah, they're doing about 50. Coming up into Julian.